Hi, I'm Rich Stevenson. On March 3rd, my son and I are going to release a brand new podcast called Join Me in the Ruins. We're releasing it on Tuesday. We'll drop the first 3 episodes, and then weekly we'll release a new episode. We're very concerned about a generation that's deconstructing their faith because of brokenness or questions or injustice. We're also concerned that leaders be honest and give room for conversation and have transparency. We believe that it's tragic to deconstruct in a lot of cases because it leads to deconversion. But we also believe that sometimes it's essential to deconstruct. In fact, Jesus really deconstructed when he said, "You've heard that it was said, but I say to you." Sometimes it's essential. And so we want to gather together some folks who, like Nehemiah, are burdened for the people of God. You remember his story in the book of Nehemiah? He wept over the ruins of Jerusalem. And then in the 2nd chapter, he got on a horse at night and surveyed the ruins. And when he finished seeing the ruins of God's people, God's city, he gathered people together, said, "You've seen the ruins. Let's gather to rebuild so that we will no longer be in disgrace." We're using as an anchor for this podcast a book written in 1970 by E. Stanley Jones, The Reconstruction of the Church on What Pattern. It's more relevant today than I think it ever was. And I'm so thankful for the truth that E. Stanley Jones has in this classic work. We're subtitling the podcast, Join Me in the Ruins, a Reconstruct Podcast. Take that word apart. Re, again. Con, together. Struct, build. We're looking for some folks to gather with us at this podcast on Tuesday, starting March 3rd, so that we can again together build. Will you join me in the ruins? Bless you.